Hey everybody, it's Rob Nazarian with Talk Android, and we're looking at MyPermissions. Now, I know we've covered a lot of apps that involve permissions as far as apps goes with your phone. For example, granting permissions for some apps that might have permission to your contacts or your location. And there's a lot of apps that tell you those types of things. And there's another area, though, that's also quite important, and that's your online permissions. And when I say that, I mean, as you can see some of these icons here, services like Facebook, Twitter, Google, Dropbox, etc., where you have maybe granted access to an app. You've granted that app to go, to have access to those sites. For example, you might, share something via Facebook. So in order to use the app, or for example like Foursquare is listed in here twice, you might grant Foursquare access to your Facebook so it can post, where that you checked in that hot new bar. And that's fine, and those things are fine. But the problem is that over time we've granted a lot of apps access to these sites, and a lot of them we don't use anymore. Now, it doesn't mean that necessarily these apps or services are going to do anything bad, but they do have access to your stuff and you don't use them anymore. Why have them? Now, you can go on the web at any point on any of these sites and go and look at any of the stuff that you've given permission to and revoke them at any given time. The problem is that a lot of times it's not so easy to find, and you're dealing with a number of sites. Now, you may not be, have accounts with all these sites, but chances are you do with at least 4 or 5 of them. And to go through all that is tedious, and to do it every once in a while, they change things, you forget it, or where it is, and how to get to it. So this app right here makes it very easy for you to just go in quickly and see the story. Now, this is all this app is. It's just very simple. You have your 9 icons here. Now, what you'll do is, when you go in, you'll have to go in for the first time and give your password information. Let me give one that I don't have. I don't have an Instagram account. What you're really doing is you're not granting. Now, I just want you to know, here we are talking about granting access. You're not granting access to MyPermissions into your account. You're really going through a web page, really, within the app. Is what you're really doing. You're going to the web page. They're going to take you directly to the page that shows all the permissions. So you'll have to give your login information, but again, this is via the web. And after you type in your login information, you'll have the choice of saying save the password or not now. Just like you would going into any web page. So here's Facebook, for example, and I have tons of stuff in here. And stuff that I definitely, do not use anymore. Look at this Droid Bionic AR hunt. From when the Droid Bionic came out, that was something that I guess, when they had that contest with, with the Droid Twitter account or whatever, that you could go in and try to find whatever secrets wherever, and augmented reality is what that is. And I don't even think I ever even used the app. I downloaded it, used it maybe once, and here it is. It has access. Now, again, I'm not saying that the people behind that are going to do anything bad, but I can go in right now and remove it. It tells you a little bit more about it, and I can just go in and it's done. It's removed. Not yet. Got to hit it a couple of times, and it's gone. And that's what we're talking about. And you're going to find there's a lot of stuff here that I do not use anymore. Here's another one. And you can see that there's some of them have different things like post on my behalf, access posts, access my data anytime. So you can remove some or all of these things. And then you can remove the application completely, just like I did there. That's what that was doing. So you can remove and then remove the application from your account, at least regarding the Facebook. So same thing works with anything else. Twitter, the same type of thing. You might have some old Twitter clients that you are using, or that you did use that you no longer use anymore. that's a good reason. First of all, another reason, just get rid of them to give the token back to somebody else, since Twitter's changed their whole setup. But you can see, you can go in here. It's funny, HTC Peep, I get a lot of HTC phones. I'm not even sure I've ever, well, somehow I must have granted access, but, you know, I don't know when, really, I would have. But you can see there's different things here. There's a Foursquare and stuff, and you can get rid of these things. You know, here's an old app I used to use, Boyd. Don't use it anymore. Just revoke it. Done. And unredo. So, and this is the same stuff you'd get if you go to the site. So, like I said, you're just going to the web pages. It's all you're doing. And it works great. It's simple. Now, this is the kind of permissions that goes forgotten all the time because people just don't think about it. And I think when you get this app, you're going to see how many things you have that you've forgotten. Well, you can set up reminders, very simple. Just punch in your email address, no password, just your email address, and you can say remind me. Now this is a little too soon. Remind me every day, I don't think so. Remind me every week, also don't think so. Once a month is also a little too quick. I like to see once every couple, 2-3 months. I don't think you have to go in that often. But you can set it to remind me once a month at least, and you know, you're all set. And then it will send you an email to remind you to check them, because this is, you know, it's the kind of thing, you know, even if you never use this app again, you should download it, use it at least once anyway. I mean, I recommend you use it regularly, but even if you forget to ever use it, don't set up a reminder and forget for the next year or two. At least you've cleaned some stuff up. It's springtime. Do some spring cleaning. I've got stuff here for a couple of years worth anyway, so clean it up. And then try to look at it regularly, set the reminders or whatever, but get it and go in there and do some cleaning up, because I think, like I said, nothing bad. I'm really not going to sit here and say anything bad is going to happen to you, but just get rid of some of the stuff that you just don't need. There's just no sense in it. You know, it's no different than the junk down in your basement. May not be bothering you either, but you don't need it, right? So that's pretty much the story. It's called MyPermissions. It's a really cool app, and it's easy, it's free, and it gets the job done, and that's exactly what you like. And within minutes of downloading and installing the app, you'll be able to go in there and revoke stuff. It won't take you long at all. Nothing complicated. You saw me do it. Piece of cake. So give it a shot. MyPermissions. Thanks for watching. This is Rob Nazarian with Talk Android.